Captain Amarinder Singh is out. He resigned, but only as the position of the Chief Minister of Punjab from the Congress Party. He hasn't resigned from politics, has not resigned from the Congress Party either. And he gave an exclusive conversation to NDTV and said very clearly that if Navjot Singh Sidhu is escalated to that position, he will stand against him. He will oppose. Well, what exactly will be the nature of this opposition is something we'll have to wait for. For the meanwhile, the trouble that has to be sorted out for the Congress party is who takes his place in this time between Congress actually goes to polls. Sunil Prabhu joins us now, and he's got some exclusive details on Congress working the midnight oil relay over there to try and come up with a name. Some names, Sunil Prabhu, Ambika Soni being one of them, she actually refused. She refused to be this stopgap arrangement between Congress finally comes up with a name who will lead the party in the upcoming elections.
That's right. After a long conversation with the Congress leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, it emerged that there was a possibility of a consensus in terms of having a veteran leader, no less than Ambika Soni. But she has very clearly declined, saying that not only shouldn't she become Chief Minister, she's made it clear that you need to have a Sikh as somebody who will replace Captain Amarinder. I think so. The Congress leadership at present has been ascertaining the views from the MLAs, from the observers. Their views are being recorded. Of course, there is no consensus that has emerged, and unless that consensus emerges, and there is a shortlisting in terms of candidates, will they, formally call the CLP meeting to decide the name. In the meanwhile, they are attempting to placate Captain Amarinder, who definitely feels upset and slighted. And as you're well aware, we were the first to put it out yesterday after he felt humiliated that he was planning to quit the party. Enough is enough for him. And it's in that backdrop now that he will be consulted. Though I don't think he will be able to give his concurrence, because sources close to him are indicating very clearly that he would like to go on his own, if at all. I mean, he's been a veteran politician, as he says, in 52 years. He has formed a political party earlier, and we'll have to wait and see whether this time round he will go ahead and form his own party. But definitely, at the present juncture, there are three important points. One, that Ambika Soni has rejected the offer of becoming the Chief Minister. She has made it clear to the High Command that there should be a Sikh to replace. Earlier there was a talk of Minister Sunil Jakar, so that's being ruled out now as a Chief Minister. Who will that Sikh be in terms of replacing Captain Amarinder? There is Mr. Pratap Singh Bajwa. There is, of course, Mr. Sukhinder Randwa, as you're talking about, and like that, there are a number of names, but no one consensus after those three observers have ascertained the views has emerged, and that's the reason why they have postponed that meeting. They will work towards a consensus to find who will be the most acceptable in these trying circumstances to help the Congress party fight that next coming assembly elections, as you said, an interim choice, and hopefully a consensus will emerge during the course of this day, later today, if not today, then tomorrow. But hopefully they will be working overtime to ensure that some kind of consensus emerges.